Tait McKenzie Center, live and direct for our Toronto Pro-Am. It's a beautiful day out in Toronto, Ontario, where some of the very best athletes that this country has to offer come out to scrap it out on the floor, bring out their best showcases out in the summertime. No better time for fall than in the summer. We have Not Awards Jaden Frederick opening up the scoring. Toben searching for the first basket is unsuccessful. It's back in the hands of Not Award. Jaden Frederick leading the attack. Trying to go with a two-man rotation. The basket is off. And it's Toben still seeking out the first points. They're a founding member of the Toronto Pro-Am, Toben basketball. Part of the roster out in 2023 when the Toronto Pro-Am started in Toronto, of course. That's blocked off the backboard. 2-on-1. And it's good off the glass. Toben open up the scoring, courtesy of Danny McDonald. Jalen Poyser trying to go around the screen. Rejects the pick and roll, gets back his own basket. Jumping rebound, finally takes off with the putback. Toben always looking to play quick, not afraid to shoot from range. That time is unsuccessful. Back-to-back triples, such as the identity, and he gets the and one as Kamar McKnight will make a trip to the free throw line for Toben. If you're well aware of the basketball circuit out in Canada, you'll notice some familiar faces. Some of these people playing in the NCAA, some people going all around the globe, trying to play some of the best basketball you've seen and that this country has to offer. While McKnight makes it 3 for 3. It was, of course, free throw shooting that led to this demise of Not Award during opening weekend. And that's good for 3 for number 3, Jalen Poyser. Not Award will try to improve on their free throw shooting this week. They went all the way to overtime against Top of the AM, narrowly missing out on a three-point shot. And now they're here trying to make their way through the round robin. It's going to be a fun affair between Not Award and Toben basketball. The score is tied at 7 apiece with just over 7 minutes left to play this quarter. He settles for the long-range shot. That's out of bounds. Ball will swing back to Toben. This time we have Negus Webster Chan bringing the ball up. Quick motion, he goes for the post-up action. Trying to find his way under the rim, and it's successful. Some classic big man play from Vladimir Matovic. He's got some flashy shoes on the court. Three-point shot does not go for Josiah Riley. Mr. Riley took the final shot against Top of the AM, trying to steal the win against them, just fell short. Very reminiscent of the Kawhi shot. Is this the dagger? Unfortunately, that was not the moment for them, and you're here trying to seek some redemption. Step back three, whiffs the air and goes out of bounds, back in the hands of Toben. Toben currently not minding the shot clock, not afraid to shoot some deep threes. Negus Webster Chan drills one from way out. Speaking of way outs, we're way out from the downtown core, live and direct in North York, Ontario. Beautiful part of the city of Toronto. Extra pass out to the wing. That's a couple of misses out here for Not a Word. Some great hustle and energy out on the floor you'll constantly see. Mr. Vladimir trying to Ernest stripes out in the paint. He's currently congested. Back in the hands of Josiah Riley. Going strong to the basket. He gets the foul. We got Kingsley Da Silva making his way to the line to shoot a pair. We have the introduction of Kobe Lamb from Toben basketball. Keep an eye out for him. Not afraid to get a couple shots in. Super talented individual. Ball's in the hands of Kobe Lamb. Let's see what he's got cooking up with less than 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. ISO action. Great playmaking. And it's back in the hands of Not a Word. As Jalen goes quick for three. It's good. He sinks it from way out. Jalen not afraid of the hot hand. He might be on a streak at the moment. It's blocked out of here, but the great hustle recovers it. Kobe Lamb for way out. Has not opened his account, but do not let your eyes go off of him. He's a dangerous player. Back out to Josiah Riley. Going for the dunk and earns the foul in the process. We got bodies flying everywhere with no regard for human life in the process. Josiah Riley to shoot two. Jaden Ritchie and Chris Simunovic checking in for Toben basketball. Grabs the rebound and they'll make another trip to the line. This time, and once again, it's Kingsley Da Silva. Heading back to the line for the second time today. Toben, of course, having some great squad depth. Lots of talented players to tap into the rotation today. Toben currently up 14-12 against Not a Word. Ninja Walker looked for the quick pass. Picked off by Jaden Frederick. Banks it in and makes them pay. This time, the quick play by Toben comes back to bite them. Once again, we see the high volume shooting from the hands of Toben. Niga's hitting that off the rim. Jean-André Bosiako goes for the three. Once again, it's another air ball for Not a Ward. Back in the hands of Kobe Lamb directing traffic. You see some of the great spacing. He prefers to play some two-man action, and he goes for the reverse lay-in. Kobe Lamb opens up with some sugar tonight. 16-14 is the score with less than 4 minutes to go. Jaden banks in a three. Three-point shooting might just be the difference tonight for whoever's not afraid to go for it. If you're feeling confidence, if you're feeling like riding the hot hand tonight, well, tonight is the showcase. Great pump fake from Jaden Ritchie to earn another basket. It's a one-point game in favor of Toben as Not a Word responds with two incoming subs of their own. Three-on-two fast break. He slices through the lane. Unsuccessful. Another one is the 2-on-1 fast break. We have a jam. from Jaden Frederick, ladies and gentlemen. Our first highlight of the night. It's just the first quarter. I'm sure we have a whole reel lined up for you. Then Joe airs it all the way out of bounds, and not a word will bring it up this time. All the teams, of course, are competing in a 4-week style tournament. Is not a word trying to get the first win of the rotation. This is, of course, still the round robin stage. We're in week 2, the 4-week series. We'll have the final 4 coming up July 25 and 26 as Chris Simunovic drains a 3. July 25 and 26, we'll have the final 4. And then it's championship nights August 1st. I'd much rather be here than on Caravana, just so you know. Kobe Lamb, not afraid to rise up high. Jaden Frederick trying to go through the screen, rejects it and goes for it himself. Back in the hands of Jalen Poyser. Josiah Riley beats his man. Unselfish basketball as we almost get the double block. Pump fake. 3 seconds on the shot clock. You got to get it up. No time, and that's a shot clock violation. Some hardcore hustle defense from Toben results in a turnover. It's back in the hands. And this time we'll have Kamar McKnight. Of course, we saw Kamar McKnight featuring for Toben when they went up against Humber Basketball in the Brody Pro-Am Series, defeating the Giants Humber, who were actually national champions. It just goes to show the quality of players we have out here on the court. And we're in for some razzle-dazzle. Chad Vincent once again utilizing that screen. Evades the block, and it's back out for Jalen for 3. Hits good! He's not afraid to hit those 3s tonight. We got Toben calling the timeouts, waving the flag as not a word go up 24-23 in the first quarter of week 2 of the Toronto Pro-Am. This is, of course, a very, very great event for the city. You see lots of community members making the trips regardless of whether it's on a weekend or on a weekday on a Wednesday. They'll make it out here for sure. We've had the likes of Nikhil Alexander Walker of the Hawks, Leonard Miller, who was actually the 2024 champion with Team Miller, and also holds the record for the most number of points scored at the Toronto Pro-Am with 50 points. A monstrous performance, just going to show the great quality that some of these players possess. We, of course, have had Dwight Powell, Andrew Nemard, who was an NBA finalist, unfortunately losing to a fellow Canadian, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, in the 2025 NBA Finals. We've had Dylan Brooks, Shaden Sharp, Eugene Omorui also featured during the Toronto Pro-Am. All wonderful Canadians proudly representing the Maple Leaf and putting the city on for the basketball culture. We're back with our last 50 seconds of play. Chris's shot is not good. Chad Vincent, barraged by the tight, close defense. Back out to the wing for Jaden, beats his man. It's blocked off the backboard. Monstrous block party out here in Toronto. Top shot by Kamar McKnight. Makes it 25-24. Jaden Poyser coast to coast, and it's back-to-back blocks for Jaden Ritchie. He did not come to play tonight. Do we have a defensive player of the tournament contender? We'll find out in just a moment. Kamar McKnight to shoot 2. Jaden Poyser tries to get the lead. Unfortunately, does not go in. It's 25-24 in favor of Toben. Still very much anybody's game at this point. Once again, just to remind you, this is the Toronto Pro-Am 2025, a very third year of this tournament. We have 6 wonderful teams competing in a 4-week tournament-style battle for the chance to be crowned the Toronto Pro-Am Summer League champions. They, of course, get great bragging right in the city with their names published on every highlight reel, every blog, and everywhere you look to get some premium Canadian basketball entertainments. Just want to remind you that we have our Final Four on the weekend of July 25 and 26 at 7 p.m. and 2 p.m. respectively. Doors open, so make sure you get your tickets right now. And of course, this championship weekend on August 1st, 7:30 p.m., doors open. And I promise you, it's going to be a packed house. This is always a great thing for the community. We have great entertainment with the live DJ, live MC. It's unlike any other basketball game you've probably been to. So make sure you pull up with your family and friends and come have some fun. Of course, not a word trying to prove a make point tonight. They went all the way down to the wire with top of the AM in their first game, actually their debut game in playing in the Toronto Pro-Am Series. They tied at 107 in the fourth quarter and once again tied at 113 with just over a minute left. Josiah Riley tried to win the game for them towards the end with a 3, rolled in and out. And you can see the frustration on his face. But he's back here with the ball in his hands, trying to redeem himself and redeem the team as he takes accountability. Deep 3 for Josiah, just short off the rim. Kobe Lamb with a flare. Look at those handles. Kamar McKnight swings around. Wide open is Chris Simunovic. Negus gets the rebound, but it's thrown out of bounds. Jalen Poyser, hounded by Chris Simunovic. No breathing space. Beats his man, goes over and under and gets it to fall. He's crafty with a finish. Negus and Kobe Lamb with a 2-man action. Kobe on an island. Quick step through, unsuccessful. This is going to be a jump ball. There are, of course, no Olympics or any tournaments of that sort happening this year, so it gives a chance for some of these players to make their way to Toronto, show us some of the skills and some of the bags they've been working on over the past 12 months. It's always a privilege to see what they've been crafting up every single summer. And it's another finish for Jaden Poyser. Trying to write his name in the history books in our 3rd year of the Toronto Pro-Am. That's a foul for 2. Kamar McKnight. Shoot a pair from the line. We, of course, want to remind you that this is proudly sponsored by Foot Locker Canada. Make sure you get all your amazing kicks, as you see on the court, from your favorite shoe store. And, of course, a big shout-out to Canada Basketball, always showing love. Speaking of Canada Basketball, just after championship weekend, we're going to have our U15 and U17 national championships happening in the city of Oshawa. So right from the championship weekend, you have another busy weekend of action. Tune in live on YouTube to check that out. And a special shout out to Arette Threads for making all the players look clean and smooth on the court. As always, the first 100 fans that get into the building will be entered into a raffle for 1-of-1 Toronto Pro-Am merchandise. Jalen Boyser once again trades another three. It's becoming easy for him at this point. It's light work for Jalen. Toben back again with the quick shooting tactics. Not a word hidden on the fast break. Jaden Frederick put back by Kingsley De Silva. Great example of being your brother's keeper right there. Always crashing the boards, never afraid of a rebound. And once again, we have a timeout. As Not a Word go up by 8, 25-33. Toben have a run for their money at this point. Toben, of course, known to be a very resilient team. At the Brody Pro-Am, they had an undefeated season in 2023, having multiple occasions going down to the wire, having overtime finishes, but still always coming out on top. So I wonder if we're going to see some of that relentless action today. Or will we see that fighting spirit from Not a Word? Trying to make a statement for themselves. Some people would consider them the underdogs. But that's not what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing a team that's filled with fire and desire, ready to come out guns blazing to make something happen tonight. This time we got Denzel Walker running the action. Danny McDonald going up with a strong finish. Trying to claw this back. Not a Word constantly trying to hit Toben on the fast break. Catching them slipping. We have some great pick and pop action going on. Kingsley De Silva on an island. The double comes in his face. He goes with a fadeaway and drains it. Look at that bag from Kingsley De Silva. It's picked off once again. Kingsley grabs the board. It's blocked out of his hands, but somehow finds his way back. Three does not go this time around. Lots of loose balls flying all over the place. And Not a Word still keep possession. Josiah Riley left wide open. Defense wide asleep. And he gets warmed up from three. We'll see if some of that three-point shooting will come in clutch later on when things go down to the wire. 11-point game in favor of Not a Word. Angel Walker displaces the pass. Jaden Frederick opts for the long three. No good. Angel trying to swing it out to the wing, almost causing back-to-back turnovers. Danny McDonald tries to take matters into his own hands. Results in a foul call. I'm loving the new threads by the refs. Trying to switch it up with the shorts instead of the pants this time around. It's summertime. You got to flex those shorts. Toben will inbound with 15 on the shot clock. Quite uncommon to see a lower number on the shot clock considering how quickly they go for their plays. Vladimir Matovic doing what a big man does best, getting right to the rim. Yo, Anthony Bosiako. Spin move by Kingsley De Silva. The bench is loving that one. He's going to get a bunch of high fives with the halftime team talk. And once again, Toben getting in trouble with the turnovers. Last 3, 4, 5 possessions, he's had about 3 turnovers, not looking good. Coach signaling to the bench, trying to bring Kobe Lamb back into the game to restore some order. Yo, Anthony Bosiako rising high like a skyscraper. Angel Walker trying to make his own shot from mid-range. Hits a pump fake and drains it. Back in the hands of Jaden Frederick. Yaw hits the pump. The long two was short. Toben also trying to capitalize on some fast break buckets to claw their way back inside. Swung out to Chris Simunovic. You're trying to make good use of the wings with your trademark three-point shooting that they're known for. Known to be high volume shooters. It's all good when it falls, but when the shots ain't falling, they got to switch it around. Shout out to the DJ with the hot beats in the background. The right soundtrack to the momentum we're starting to feel at the Tait McKenzie Center. Not a word. Kingsley De Silva trying to go with back-to-back fadeaways. Did not work out this time. Vladimir, no good under the basket. Desire Riley trying to utilize the pick and roll. Is picked off. Kobe Lamb on the fast break, and it's tipped for a goaltend. Count the basket. We got a timeout taken by Not a Word. We'll be right back in just a moment. Back out of the timeouts. Jaden Poyser this time trying to set the play. Directing traffic on an island. Looking for the handoff with Yaw. Yaw trying to get to work. Makes his way to mid-range. Has a double as Jalen pulls up for three. Three is not good this time around. Vladimir Matovic swings it out to Chris. Chris drives in with a tough shot. Andrew Bosiako. That's the foul against Chris Simunovic. Not a stranger to playing some close, tough defense. And that's what we want to see at this point. Just some players having fun, keeping the game alive, forcing you to go deep in your bag to pull out all the creative stops to make something happen. The true trademarks of a great basketball player. It's good from Kobe Lamb. Not a surprise face in the building as that goes in for three. We warned you right from the starts. And it's back to a 4-point game. Not a Word still in the lead. Basket's not good. Jalen Poyser will make his way to the free throw line to shoot a pair of free throws. Walker, long two, bounces off the back rim. Reese Brooks with a yellow shoes, going through a cluster of traffic, slows down the step back, and the shot ain't good this time. We got the man, Kobe Lamb, trying to make a statement in this moment. Flows by his man, banks it in off the top backboard. It's a textbook finish from the number 7. Galen Boyser tries to go up with the lefts, banks it in. Getting close to the 2-minute mark in our matchup as Kobe Lamb goes up for 3. Back-to-back fast break buckets. Josiah Riley, no stranger to flying high and making his way to the rim. He earns a foul call. Shortly before this, we had our Youth Academy sessions that runs right before every single game day. And we have our very next one, July 26th, from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. And of course, August 1st, from 6 p.m. to 7:15, just shortly before the game time starts. Registration, of course, is free. So if you have some young kids who are aspiring to be like some of these players on the court, make sure you bring them out. They'll have lots of fun. Learn some basketball fundamentals. They'll learn about dribbling, passing, shooting, and everything you need to do to make it to the high levels. Kobe Lamb back on the ball. Calling for a screen. Trying to force a switch onto the big man. Rises high with a high arcing finish of the glass. He's got everything in his potential to make it far. Got the three-point shooting, the crafty finishing. It's a behind-the-back dribble from Reese Brooks. Falls right into the hands as Nabil Drama finishes off the fast break. It's a 2-point game with just about 1 minute left to play. Josiah Riley blocked off. Ben Hendricks cleans up the mess. 1 minute mark. Not a word, still holding on to the 4-point lead. Kobe Lamb trying to force a switch once again. Goes for the pick and roll. Finishes unsuccessful. We have Reese Brooks picked up high. Back in the hands of Josiah Riley. Goes for the fadeaway, gets the foul call, but the shot ain't good. Once again, he's making his way to the free throw line. Trying to get some more points in the bag. Why not? Stack up the collection. Might just pay off later on. Just about 30 seconds left to go. Denzel Walker, once again on an island. He gets the foul call. Controversial call as he makes his way for the drive. Bench is not happy about that one. As we get some authentic reactions from our MC tonight. Big shout out to him. Denzel Walker to shoot 2. Trying to make it a 4-point game. First one, it's bricked. Still a chance to make it 5 points before we head into the break. That one's good. Reese Brooks looking to close out the quarter in good fashion. Super swift on his feet, and it's a jam! It's a poster jam in his face! Big shout out to Ben Hendricks from cleaning up the mess to making a mess of his own with that poster. Oh, that was nasty. 7-point game. Kobe Lamb trying to run down the clock. Goes around the screen. Side Euro step. Crafty finish once again, making it a 5-point game. As Josiah Riley hot stops the shots. And it's still 5 points, 52-47 in favor of Not a Ward. Heading into the halftime break. This is Toronto Pro-Am 2025. We'll be right back. All right, we are back underway, about to resume the 5-point game between Toben basketball and Not a Word. We have Not a Word up by 5, 52 to 47. Some key players, we got Jalen Poyser hoisting up a bunch of threes, making a huge statement for this team. We also saw a huge poster from Ben Hendricks, definitely going into the history books as one of the biggest plays of the night. We got Reese Brooks closing out the quarter strong for Not a Word. And some key contributors like Yaw with the ball in his hands, going up from mid-range. It's over, and we got Kamar McKnight on the ball. Strong finish from Denny McDonald. Not afraid to use his strength on any given occasion. The big man definitely a key contributor. As we have an unsung hero in Kingsley Da Silva. Always finding the right pockets to make a play and make something happen. Back out to Nabil Jama. Danny looking for a three of his own. Back-to-back misses. Will 3 times be the charm for Toben basketball. Looking for the pop. Sidestep 3, and this time it's good from Kamar McKnight. Jalen Poyser rejects the roll of Kingsley. Instead, hoists it down to Josiah Riley. Kicks it back out to Yaw with a finger roll. 52-56 in favor of Not a Word. Yaw, one of the highest flyers, got some great bounce in those shoes. Brings the ball up, going around the screen of Kingsley. Pump fakes and sends the man flying. And Jaden Frederick, not afraid to shoot a three. Back tap almost causes a turnover for Toben. But it's back out to Kamar McKnight on the wing, on an island. Trying to go deep with a floater, and it's good. Yaw, Antwi Bosiako. Goes for the handoff. Kingsley Da Silva. Josh Shorts. Sneagus swings it out to Danny McDonald. Sworn by 3 players, believes Kamar McKnight wide open, and he makes them pay. Points over to the score table and says, get that on camera. We got that, don't worry about it. Jalen Poyser causing confusion on the defense. Does not find its way to the rim. Under 7 minutes to go, and we have Toben up 57-56. The mission of the comeback successful. Still anybody's game at this point, as we get the finish from Kamar McKnight. Josiah Riley going up against Kobe Lamb. Hits him with a step back. Not good. Walker out on the wing. Back in the hands of Webster Chan. Short with a three. Once again, the quick, high-volume shooting, the go-to strategy for Toben. Here's some crafty finish from Riley. It's getting spicy in North York tonight. McKnight looking for the pop with McDonald on an island with Da Silva. Hoists up the three, and Walker cleans up the mess. Danny McDonald finds his way to Webster Chan, trades it from the wing, and gives him a shout out in the process. That's team basketball. Together, everyone achieves more. Frederick going up, getting the foul call. He'll make a trip to the line for two. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the Toronto Pro-Am 2025 edition. This is our third year of operation. Started all the way back in 2023, featuring some top talent from across the NBA, NCAA, and some other athletes playing internationally. We have the likes of Nikhil Alexander-Walker, Leonard Miller, Dwight Power, and Andrew Nemhard featuring in the Pro-Am. Big shout out to all our Canadian athletes representing the Maple Leaf far and wide across the globe. As we've seen the constant growth and rise of Canadian basketball, with the evidence being tonight. Riley flying high, gets swatted out the sky by McDonald. Kobe Lamb swings it out to the wing for McKnight. Just short, McKnight grabs his own rebound and floats it in for the easy two. It's now a 5-point game in the reverse for Toben basketball as we have less than 5 minutes to play in quarter three. Boys are calling for the screen from De Silva. Rejects the pop. It's Yaw in the corner. Back in the hands of Poyser. Poyser hits him with the bag work. Does not finish off the sequence. Walker with a long two. Rolls in and out. Might be a fast break for Frederick. Makes the counts with authority. 3-point game, 63-60 in favor of Toben. McKnight and McDonald with a McConnection. Almost like a McDonald's Happy Meal as McDonald digests the baskets to restore the lead to a 5-point game. Poyser swings into the hands of Yaw. Riley going around the pin. 3-point is short. And we have McKnight being picked up full court by Yaw. Kobe Lamb trying to make some special fireworks in the process. McDonald gets the finish of the creative pass from Kobe Lamb. You got Ben Hendricks checking back in, and his fellow big man, Vladimir Madovic. Now before that, we'll have a timeout. We'll be right back. Josiah Riley will bring it back up for Not a Word. Not a Word, of course, making their debut this season in the Pro-Am as Riley goes straight to the cup to bring the point back to 5. Kobe Lamb cooking from mid-range, gets the foul call. He'll shoot 2 at the line. Kobe Lamb making it a 6-point game. 3 minutes to go. Number 3, Jalen Poyser goes around the screen of Hendricks. Poyser with a bullet pass. Reminiscent of a Patrick Mahomes pass on the court. Does not find the target. Hendricks will be looking to provide an option in the paints and some much needed defense from the likes of Kobe Lamb. Simunovic back in the hands of Lamb. Goes from the wing. Hendricks gets the rebound. It's Yaw. Back in the hands of Riley. Yaw, a very crafty dribbler, not afraid to go high. It's the stifling defense of Simunovic, forcing the out-of-bounds call. Not a word will inbound with 12 on the shot clock. Hendricks back in the hands of Walker. It's out to Lamb from the wing. And Nabil Jama cleans up the mess. Poyser looking for Hendricks as an option. Poyser with the double team. Hendricks goes strong. Simunovic goes for the block but earns himself yet another foul. He might just be in foul trouble at this point. Hustling hard on the floor. But Ben Hendricks will head to the line to shoot 2. Once again, just want to remind you to join us at the Final Four, July 25 and 26. Doors open at 7 p.m. and 2 p.m. respectively. And of course, we have Championship Night, August 1st. A great way to kick off the final month of the summer. We'll be live and direct to the Tait McKenzie Center. 7:30 p.m. is when doors open. And we'll have the very best to squabble up on the floor to earn bragging rights and the championship. Hendricks hits 1 of 2 to make it a 7-point game with less than 2 minutes to go. Walker going strong to the cup, hits it high off the glass. As we have Brooks with the yellow shoes. Another quick dribbler, similar to Yaw. Both provided quick options, trying to work some pick and roll action with Hendricks. It's back in the hands of Riley, trying to create something with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Sidestep 3. That is out of bounds. Great effort with the offense of not a word. Minute 20 as Kobe Lamb waves off the screen, uses the one of Matovic. Kobe not afraid to make his way quickly to the basket on any given occasion. It's backed in by Jaden Frederick. Walker with a crossover, double teamed, and it's picked up. Not a word forcing the turnover. Great defensive stop. Brooks hands it off to Hendricks. Hendricks going for the back-to-back jam. Not this time around. He's got fire and desire in his eyes. Those red shoes looking like flaming hot Cheetos on the court. Not afraid to go flying high. It's Ben Hendricks. Very useful player for not a word, providing the much needed defense to stop the basket drives. Forcing Toben to go for the long threes on any given occasion as he forces a rebound. Just under 30 seconds to go. It's Brooks on the ball. Guarded by Simunovic. Brooks with a step back 2, just short. Nabil Jama going for the quick fast break. Evading the defense of Hendricks. Put back, Chris. 5-point game with 8 seconds. Brooks going around the screen of Hendricks. Cuts through both. 1 second. Points up for 3. Just shorts. Great, great effort. It's a 9-point game in favor of Toben basketball. We got one more quarter of basketball to go. We'll be right back.
Get it.
Few more seconds as we head into our fourth quarter. A great variety of offenses on display. You've seen Not a Word utilize Ben Hendricks. Some pick and roll action being useful. Some pin down action utilizing the 3-point scoring on any given chance. Quick finishers sometimes on occasion. While Toben resorting to strong drives to the basket or their high volume 3-point shooting. Manovic going strong with a big man. Beats De Silva to the cup and gets the finish. Toben extending their lead, 76-65. This is the fourth quarter of the Toronto Pro-Am 2025. Seminovic with the rebound. McKnight. Toben, of course, have the option of Manovic to go about their formations. Manovic, a great rebounding presence, both on the offense and defense. Not afraid to get the stops whenever needed. Brooks with a 3, misses. Seminovic trying to go around the screen. Hits a 3, is short from the top of the arc. Jaden Frederick finds no open lane, opts for the 3 instead. Just shorts. Matovic, great outlets for the fast break. Jama out to McKnight. McKnight slips his way through the mid-range and gets the foul call. Thirteen-point game in favor of Toben basketball. Boys are stopping on a dime, trying to get the floater to go in. Hendricks an option. Swings it out to Brooks. Recurring pump fakes, always getting the open shot for him. Could not drain it. Jama back out to Seminovic for 3. Jama gets his rebound. No good. It's a 2-on-1 fast break. Poyser opts to go for it himself, and it makes it count. Not a word, we'll have to rely on Poyser as a scoring option. Hit a bunch of 3s in the first quarter. The defense cleaned up its act a little bit. Hasn't had as many options to go for 3s, but still a very reliable scoring option for Not a Word. Hendricks might see his minutes go up in this fourth quarter, having to work on both ends of the floor. to make something happen as they get the charge. Hayden Ritchie for Toben, and Dijo Walker as well as Kobe Lamb making their way back on the floor. We saw a pair of blocks from Toben's Ritchie in the first half. Toben trying to bolster their defensive efforts so they could see out this win today. As Poyser tries to utilize Hendricks as a pick and roll option. Goes for the long two and banks it in. Of course, it's Wednesday. The bank is open. What did you think? Kobe Lamb using Ritchie as an option. It's picked off. Quick fast break by the quick Riley. Gets the and wants a fall. He's a dangerous man on the fast break. Don't leave him open. It's like a dog out of the cage. Riley to shoot the end one to make it a 6-point game. Less than 7 minutes to go. So 2025 Toronto Pro-Am live from the Tait McKenzie Center. McKnight stopping, hoping for the foul call. The late whistle follows. Not a word, not too pleased about that. But of course, not a word to be said so they don't get a tech out of this. Respect and camaraderie, of course, are some big values in the Toronto Pro-Am circuit. As McKnight will shoot a pair. Fellow big man McDonald replacing Ritchie. McDonald always a major option on offense. A big, strong finisher. Never afraid to drive through as many as 2 people. You can send the double, he'll come with the muscle. Poyser looking to make something happen from mid-range. Just shorts. McKnight looking for the option. Kobe Lamb. Quick feet. Misses out on the pass. As Toben looked to make something happen quick. Lamb up to the 3. Rebounded by Da Silva. Y'all with a pick and pop action with Hendricks. Hendricks throws it away. It's back in the hands of Toben. Negus whips the chant, makes his way back on the floor. Always a reliable option in playmaking. Very quick to go around the pin down, swing the ball out at any given chance, and make something happen for Toben. Walker looking for the pop with McDonald. McDonald trying to finish strong over Hendricks. That's the matchup we're looking for. Any point in time. Da Silva spins around Jama. Gonna make its way around the double defense of Toben. Back into the game is Jaden Frederick. Known for his high volume shooting. Trying to hopefully claw back this lead. It's a 9-point lead for Toben. A couple good threes and it's tie game. 13 on the clock. Poyser with 8 seconds. Goes for the spin move instead. And it's out of bounds. Unfortunately, no challenge in the Toronto Pro-Am. You got to take it as it comes. We have a timeout called by Toben. We'll be right back. Big shout out to Hussein and the entire Toronto Pro-Am team that make this happen every single year. This is the third edition of the Toronto Pro-Am. Second year of the Tait McKenzie Center live in Toben, and not a word going down to the wire. Both teams trying to get their first win of the series in the round robin. As we have the defense chance coming up. Webster Chan for three, not good. Josiah Riley, open lane. Thought about the drive. Out for the pick and pop with Hendricks. The option wasn't there. Hendricks setting the screen again for Poyser. Swings it back out. Great ball rotation. Lands in the hands of Yaw. And he yanks it from three. And sinks it like an anchor in the deep ocean. 4:44 left on the game clock. It's a 6-point game for Toben. Behind the back for Walker. Pops it to McDonald. Gets it a fall. Pick up the phone and tell the operator to count the basket. Danny McDonald will head to the line for the and one. McDonald never afraid of a strong drive. Definitely hits the gym in the summertime. Putting on the muscle. Creating a great option on defense and offense for Toben. Shot not good. Welcome back, Chad Vincent. Much needed rest for Poyser. He'll be brought back in later on to close out the quarter. Yaw with a handoff to Riley. Riley through the legs, driving high. Meets McDonald in the air and gets the call. Josiah Riley to shoot a pair to make it a 6-point game. Had the last shot for not a word in the final game. Jama almost gets the fast break. Misses the shot, but gets the foul call in the process. We'll be making a trip to the line for the first time tonight. Jama notorious for doing a lot of dirty work for the Toben basketball club. Jama, cool as ice from the line. Hits both with authority. As we approach the 4-minute mark, we have the ball in the hands of not a word. Riley swings it out to Frederick. Yaw back in the hands of Riley. It's blocked out of the air. Long out and fast to Jama. Jama with the jam. Vincent's out to Yaw. Corner three. Not a word utilizing the wings, trying to create options. Webster Chan with the behind the back pass. Not finished off. Yaw and Riley trying to combine for the fast break. Vincent with a sidestep three. He drains it in. Rolls in like Cheerios. Walker's turn to bring it up. McDonald calling for it. Walker goes for the shot instead. Slips out of the hands of McDonald, out of bounds. And we'll welcome back just Silva into the ball game. We also have Poiser stepping on the floor. And look who it is. It's Kobe Lamb back on the floor. 14 to inbound for Toben. McDonald. Walker using the screen to McDonald. Walker going through it himself. It's blocked out of the air by Poiser. 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock with less than 3 minutes to go in the game. Toben called a timeout, hoping to draw the perfect play to utilize the 2 seconds to make it a 10-point game in our final quarter of the Toronto Pro-Am 2025. And we have our MC of the night with some timeout entertainments. That's an unfortunate air ball. Speaking of air balls, if you don't want to be hitting air balls, make sure you visit our Youth Academy that happens right before every single session. We have the next one July 26th, running from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m., as well as August 1st from 6 p.m. to 7:15. It's all free to attend, so make sure you sign out, bring out the kids, bring out the family, and come have a great time. Toben looking to run their inbounds play with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Webster Chan signaling for the direction. Time is running out. Webster Chan hoists up to 3. Not too far away, but it's back in the hands of Not a Word. That's a travel call. Not a Word cannot believe it. Josiah Riley trying to defend his innocence. The call will not be reversed. Toben will have 24 more seconds to try to extend their lead with just under 3 minutes to go. McDonald and Webster Chan picked off by De Silva. And that's a foul against McDonald. Still less than 3 minutes to go. Not a Word trying to go on their run. They go with a slow inbound. Poiser being meticulous and calculated. Looking for the handoff of Riley. Finds the silver instead, but it's picked off. Kobe Lamb will bring it up with 2.5 minutes to go. McDonald coming up, trying to force the switch. McDonald with an open lane, going strong. Slips out of his hands. That's out of bounds. Not a Word trying to be more calculated. Hoping to claw this one back. Riley goes for the 3, just short. Kobe Lamb picks it off. Hoping to punish them with a fast break. Had an open option with Walker there, rejects it. As McKnight stares down the clock, we're down to 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. McKnight with a charge. Not a Word forcing the turnover. Trying to stay alive by any means necessary. Jalen Poiser looking for the screen from Frederick. Goes for it himself, runs right into congestion. De Silva with a step through, gets the crafty finish around McDonald. McDonald, a great defender, not able to force the stop from De Silva. Walker swings into Webster Chan. Open 3, Not good. Poiser picked up full court by Walker. He retreats back in the hands of Riley. Riley with a sidestep three. And the ball is jammed on the side. We got to call Superman to recover this one. Yoantwi Wasiako will check back in. A quick finisher, crafty dribbler as well. And other outlets. Toben have a great defensive presence in McDonald, clogging up the lane, not allowing the easy drives. Legs are getting tired and the sweat is starting to pour even more as Frederick and McDonald go for the jump ball. Poiser shoots up the three, no good. Frederick, another high volume shooter, goes for the three, unsuccessful. And McKnight slows down the play. We're down to our last minute of play, 6-point game. Toben trying to extend the lead to see this one out. Back in the hands of Lamb. Goes up, hits a putback jam by none other than Nabil Shama. He comes out of nowhere like a freight train. Poiser with an unconventional three. Gets the foul call. He'll make his way to the line. 3 shots can make it a 5-point game with just over 30 seconds to play. Jalen Poiser being a key figure for Not a Word throughout this game, right from the pop. What does he have in the bag? Sings the first one. Just a reminder that this is week 2 of our Toronto Pro-Am series in the summer of 2025. No other place to be than at the Pro-Am right now. Both teams fighting for a place in the Final Four through our round-robin series. And just a reminder that we have our championship night August 1st, 7:30 p.m. at the Tait McKenzie Center. Make sure you get your tickets right now. They'll have to get a run of their own and a couple of stops, force some turnovers. Toben opting to take more of a patient approach on the offense, knowing they have the 6-point lead. Looking to find the outlets such as Kobe Lamb or Webster Chan. Whereas Not a Word have had quite a high volume of threes, lots of them not falling, and of course that's to their own demise. Hopefully the coach can stir up some motivation during the timeout team talk in order to rally the troops, because everything is on the line at this moment. We're getting close to that moment where it's win or go home. Both teams on the line, trying to write their name in the history books. Once again, this is the Toronto Pro-Am 2025, 37.9 left on the game clock. Toben will inbound as Not a Word are picking up full courts. Like I suggested, trying to force the turnover. Shama, not afraid to weave his way through the traffic. Kobe Lamb swings it out to McKnight, and they force the foul. Toben, of course, once again, opting for the patient approach. Known for their history of seeing out games with calmness and finesse, as McKnight will shoot a pair from the line. McKnight sinks 1 of 2. 7-point game as Not a Word hoping to get a quick bucket. Poiser finds Frederick as Yard tries to get the quick baskets. De Silva back out to Riley for 3. Not good as McDonald cleans up the mess. And this will be a statement victory as Jama hopes to put the final seal of approval, and that's the final game, ladies and gentlemen. Toben basketball coming out victorious 89-82 against Not a Word. You saw a variety of talents out here showcasing the best of what Canada basketball has to offer. But after a dramatic back and forth effort where we saw Not a Word as high as 8 points at some point in the game, Toben dig deep to figure out the victory at the end of 4 quarters, because that's what matters the most. And as we witness the camaraderie, we were reminded that that's what it's all about, building the community of basketball right here in Canada. From east to west, north to south, continue to spread the love around. And we thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you next July 25 and 26 for our Final Four. Doors open 2025. A big special thank you to all our partners, Foot Locker Canada, Red Threads, Canada Basketball, and of course CBC Sports. This is King David saying good night.